Who is the advertising spokesperson among the virtual digital human, the human in the middle, and the real prototype? Virtual digital human mainly involves three levels of personality rights, copyrights and trademark rights in law. How to comprehensively protect the commercial interests of virtual digital human developers, operators, and brands. We provided some legal practice suggestions in the article The Metaverse Era, Commercial Value and Intellectual Property Protection of Virtual Digital Humans. However, how to solve and deal with the emergence of virtual digital human beings, the commercial behavior of advertising endorsement and live streaming, and the legal risks that may arise in the process of advertising endorsement are still very controversial in practice, which will be discussed in this article. 1. Why virtual digital human advertising endorsements are popular. Live streaming and advertising endorsements have always been one of the important ways for virtual digital human operators to realize their business. In the past 2 years, there have also been a large number of cases of virtual idol advertising endorsements. For example, Lou Yexi, a virtual beauty expert on Douyin, became the image spokesperson of Clarins, a French beauty and skin care brand. Yang Qinshe's virtual character Chen Miao also became the second spokesperson of Tmall. The virtual person of Blue Focus Group Su Xiaomei has become the digital spokesperson of Meishan City. Compared with real celebrity endorsements, virtual digital human advertising endorsements are increasingly favored by brands. On the one hand, celebrity house collapse or negative public opinion incidents occur frequently. While paying the celebrities high endorsement fees, the brand also has to bear the risk that the star's house collapse will lead to a waste of advertising costs. In contrast, the virtual digital human has the nature of never collapse the house, and its controllability is better than celebrity endorsement. On the other hand, with the advent of the metaverse era, the public has become more and more accepting of virtual digital humans. Many virtual idols have as many fans and traffic as real stars. In addition, on the premise of preparing the promotional copy, the virtual digital human can carry out uninterrupted live delivery without time and energy constraints, which also reduces the cost of live delivery of real stars. From the perspective of supervision, relevant agencies such as the State Administration for Market Regulation are highly concerned about the large number of counterfeiting, live broadcast sales of counterfeit goods, unfair competition, trademark infringement and other chaos in celebrity endorsements and live broadcasts. Regardless of whether it is an e-commerce platform, a delivery anchor team, a merchant, or an McKenna organization, if any party does not pay attention, there will be administrative penalties by the Market Supervision Bureau, the anchor account will be blocked, and the brand image and celebrity traffic will be lost. The same is true for virtual digital human endorsements, so it is extremely important to clarify the legal risks in live streaming and advertising endorsements. 2. Who is the advertising spokesperson of the virtual digital person, the person in the middle, and the prototype of the real person? The advertising law involves 4 types of actors: advertisers, advertising operators, advertising publishers and advertising spokespersons. Although in terms of commercial value, the virtual digital person is the same as a star, and recommends and certifies goods and services in his own name or image in advertisements. However, virtual digital humans cannot yet become civil subjects at the legal level, so they do not meet the qualifications of advertising spokespersons as defined in the advertising law. For the real person-driven virtual digital human, the man in the middle should not be identified as the advertising spokesperson. Although the language, behavior, and action output of the virtual digital human are all the people in the middle behind it, one of the prerequisites for becoming an advertising spokesperson is to recommend and certify goods and services in your own name or image in the advertisement. The real identity of Song Shiren and the virtual digital person are separated from each other. The behavior of Song Shiren is performed according to the persona and style of the virtual digital person. Consumers purchase endorsement products are also based on the virtual digital person. Love and trust, so people in the middle do not constitute advertising spokespersons in the advertising law. On the other hand, judging from the source of income of Songshiren, thus Songshiren signed a labor contract with the virtual digital human operator, and its income source structure is generally monthly fixed salary plus bonus plus live broadcast income total turnover commission. No advertising endorsement fee is directly charged, so it is identified as an employee of the virtual digital human operator, which is more in line with its own rights, actual position and income. However, for the virtual avatar of a real person, the virtual digital human image points to the real prototype, and there is a possibility of being identified as an advertising spokesperson. In April 2021, Article 25 of the Network Live Marketing Management Measures, trial, jointly initiated by 7 departments stipulates that the operator of the live broadcast room and the live marketer use other people's portraits as avatars to engage in online live marketing activities. The consent of the portrait rights holder should be obtained. The advertising endorsement and live streaming of virtual digital human beings are known and authorized by celebrities. In most cases, the real-life prototype of virtual digital human is also obliged to release and promote brand endorsement advertisements on Weibo and other public channels. In addition, the celebrity party obtains commercial benefits such as advertising endorsement fees from commercial acts such as endorsement advertisements of virtual images. The guidelines for the compliance of commercial advertising endorsement activities issued by the Shanghai Market Supervision and Administration Bureau in 2022 stipulates that for some well-known subjects, such as well-known literary and art workers, well-known sports workers, experts and scholars, internet celebrities, etc. celebrities and social celebrities, because of their highly identifiable identity, although the identity is not marked in the advertisement, but the public can identify their identity through their image, it belongs to their own image, using their own independent personality to carry out advertising endorsements, even with other identities that are not well known to the public, such as Times Experience Officer, etc. The recommendation certificate cannot change the identity of the advertising spokesperson. Although the guidelines stipulate the unidentified advertising endorsements of relatively well-known subjects, they are very similar to the advertising endorsements of celebrity virtual digital human beings. Although there are currently no administrative penalties or judicial cases for virtual digital human advertising endorsements, and a unified identity registration and identification mechanism for real people and metaverse virtual digital human images has not yet been established. However, the author believes that whether the real-life prototype of the virtual avatar will be recognized as an advertising spokesperson depends on the degree of similarity between the virtual digital person image and the real person, the commercial income division of the virtual digital person's advertising endorsement, and whether the virtual digital person's advertising endorsement is acceptable. Authorization and other factors are comprehensively judged. If the commercial behavior of the virtual digital human, and the star himself is highly bound, then the star himself should bear the responsibilities and obligations of the advertising spokesperson under the advertising law. From the perspective of risk avoidance, it is recommended that for commercial activities such as advertising endorsements of real-life virtual clones, consumers should be clearly reminded that the spokesperson is the virtual image of a celebrity, which is not equivalent to the celebrity himself, so as to avoid disputes caused by consumers purchasing products based on cognitive errors. In addition, celebrities must strictly review endorsement brands to avoid situations where real-life virtual avatars can compete with real-life celebrity endorsements, resulting in liability for breach of contract. 3. Legal liabilities of virtual digital human operators and brands. For commercial advertisements endorsed by a virtual digital person based on a non-star real person, since there is no corresponding subject to bear legal responsibility as an advertising spokesperson, according to the provisions of the advertising law, the corresponding legal responsibilities are borne by advertisers, advertisement publishers, and advertising operators. responsible according to law. Generally speaking, the advertising endorsement activities of virtual digital humans are jointly planned, operated and managed by the brand side and the virtual digital human operator, so the corresponding responsibilities should also be borne by the brand side and the virtual digital human operator. Paragraph 3 of Article 38 of the advertising law stipulates that natural persons, legal persons or other organizations that make recommendations in false advertisements and prove that they have received administrative punishment for less than 3 years shall not be used as advertising spokespersons. Regarding the disciplinary measures of the 3-year industry ban and whether it applies to the image of the virtual digital human itself, or to other virtual digital human operators of the virtual digital human, since there is currently no actual administrative punishment, the possibility of the latter cannot be ruled out. Considering that the administrative penalty will have a great impact on the commercial income of virtual digital human operations, virtual digital human operators should be particularly cautious in advertising endorsements. According to the advertising law, Network Live Marketing Management Measures, Trial, Internet Anchor Code of Conduct and other legal regulations on advertising and webcasting, the author summarizes the legal risks that virtual digital human operators and brands need to pay attention to for the following 3 points. First, with regard to the type of goods or services endorsed, the advertisement law clearly prohibits narcotic drugs, psychotropic drugs, medical toxic drugs, radioactive drugs and other special drugs, pharmaceutical precursor chemicals, drugs for drug rehabilitation, and medical devices, and treatment methods, and other advertising media for prescription drugs are limited to medical and pharmaceutical professional publications jointly designated by the Health Administrative Department of the State Council, and the Drug Regulatory Department of the State Council. In addition, in fields other than the above-mentioned medicines, medical devices, health food, pesticides, veterinary drugs, feed and feed additives, tobacco, alcohol, education and training, investment promotion, real estate, etc. Each form has specific restrictions. Second, do not use false or misleading words in the description of the recommended products, and do not use national level, superlative, best, unique, first release on the whole network, etc., best, number 1 in sales, most advanced, first choice and other extreme terms, and shall not belittle other goods or services. Third, according to the provisions of Article 13 of the Network Live Marketing Management Measures, Trial, the live broadcast marketing platform should strengthen the management of the launch and use of new technologies, new applications and new functions, and use artificial intelligence, digital vision, virtual reality, voice if the avatar displayed by synthesis and other technologies engages in online live broadcast marketing. It shall conduct a security assessment in accordance with relevant regulations and market in a prominent way. When a virtual digital human image is used to carry out live broadcast and delivery of goods, it should be determined whether the new technology leaks user information and privacy. Risks and other potential risks are assessed, and consumers are reminded in a prominent way.